Gap insurance might be a really good idea, you know, if you're financing a vehicle, especially for people that get in a lot of car accidents. Shout out to all my crash dummies. I crashed like 3 cars. I've had like 8 cars in my life, crashed like more than half of them. I just got bad luck or I'm a bad driver. Either or, I say it's a little bit of both. But regardless, you know, if you have a car that's at a total loss and the insurance check that the company is going to write you, if it's not going to cover the entire vehicle, gap insurance will cover that gap that you're missing. And you know, some instances, and normally I think the average is around, like, the average car when this happens is like 22, and then they only cover like 15. There's like the people that really feel it, because if it's 1 or 2 grand, you're like, oh my goodness. But if it's like 5 or 7, which is normally the range that people are just short because they made payments on the car and for other reasons, but that's just, they ran the numbers, and that's just, you know, how it turns out. You always have that $7,000 gap. So, you know, you don't have a vehicle anymore, you're still making payments on it, you still have the bank, the insurance company is not covering the entire thing, and you don't have gap insurance. And they kind of mandate this with a lot of car dealerships, but you know, it's not how, there's definitely a way around it, and the customer can always opt out, and they really might not want that additional $18 charge. Like, that's a big deal, especially, like I said, stuff happens, people can't drive, people have bad luck. Shout out to my crash dummies. But you know, if they're only covering 15, your car's worth 22, long story short, you only got to take care of that $7,000, when the scenario could be you owing, and $7,000 over the course of a year is almost $700 a month. So that could really change somebody's life if you don't have a really good job. So keep that in mind when you're financing vehicles through banks and through private lenders. It's healthy, don't hurt. I'm out. Take it easy.